Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to show you my everyday makeup look, and not just an everyday makeup look that I go to, but literally my everyday makeup look. I sometimes don't wear makeup every day, and sometimes I'll just wear a bit of BB cream and mascara if I'm just running out somewhere. But this is my everyday makeup look that I wear if I'm going somewhere special, or you know, I'm going to meet the girls for lunch, something that I do really wear every day in my real everyday life. Every day, every day, every day. How many times can you say it? I've only used the stuff that I really keep in my makeup bag. Apart from maybe one or two things like a brush or two, or like a lipstick that was in my handbag and a lip liner. But again, that shows it's my everyday kind of makeup. This is going to be a pretty long video. It's going to be very chatty. I used to do really chatty long videos all the time, and I don't know why I ever stopped. You guys loved them. I loved doing them. I love sitting here rambling away. So here we are, we're going to start doing them again. If you'd like to see more chit chat, get ready with me videos, and just me talking crap to you guys, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Also leave a comment if there's any other videos you want to see that I used to do that I don't do anymore. I'm totally open to any suggestions that you have for any kind of videos. So without further delay, let's get on to the makeup look. Not naked. Have a top on, just in case you're wondering. Not getting too risque around here. Okay, so first off, I'm starting with foundation, and the foundation that I've been using, if I can find it, I've been using this one so much over the last couple of months. It's the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Liquid Foundation. I love this. It's really full coverage, but it also feels kind of light on the skin for a full coverage foundation. And yeah, I've been wearing a lot of full coverage looks lately. I don't know why, just feel like it. So I'm going to buff that into my skin with the Zoeva 104 Buffer Brush. I really like this one. I find with this foundation, when I use a beauty blender, it actually gets a bit cakey on me. But with the buffing brush, you can really like work it into the skin so that it's like the lightest coverage possible. So I really like that. I find one of the reasons I like this foundation most, even more so than the coverage of it, is how easily it goes onto the skin. I find I get a bit lazy when it comes to foundation, so one of the things that I pick, like a quality that I pick in a foundation, is that it just goes on easily. Like, look how easily that blends in. She's done. She's blended. I don't want to sit there for hours blending in my foundation, so this is really good. I'm quite fake tanned right now, so I'm using the shade 4. See how easily that went on? Like, it's just amazing. If any of my brushes or makeup looks dirty or not pristine, it's just because they have been sitting in this makeup bag, and I think that's kind of testament to how much I really love them and have been using them every day, so forgive me. So there we have, foundation is perfect. So after the foundation, I usually go straight in with the Clinique Chubby Stick Sculpting Contour in the shade number 1 Curvy Contour. I have been using this non-stop for the last 2 months. I absolutely love it. So I kind of just put it here. I'm not really contouring with it as much as I'm like cream bronzing, and then I put like a line under my chin for the old sculptage. If it's not too hot outside, I will put some here and here as well. But I find sometimes when it's really hot outside, this is the first place I lose my foundation. So if I have bronzer and foundation and everything on there, it just ends up like a big like mess. So I just tend to put it on my cheeks. So I'm using this double-ended brush by IT Cosmetics. It's got like a concealer brush on one end and like a buffing brush on the other end. I think they sent it to me with a certain product. I can't remember what product it was, but I just find I really love this lately. When I'm just running out the door doing errands or whatever, I will put on like everything with this and concealer with this, and it just blends everything in. I don't know, it's just a really handy little brush, and I just throw it in my bag. So I just blend in the bronzer across my cheek there. It doesn't add too much sculpting or bronzing, just a little bit. And then just the excess I'll kind of take up there, but like you can see there, it's very subtle. You can kind of, in this lighting is really bright, you can't really see it. You can see it more in real life. It just adds that little bit of bronzing and glow to the outside of the face. And it really blends in so easily too. This top, you know these like Bardot tops that keep like slipping up like this? So after that, I move on to blusher, and I know that's kind of like an odd order to do it in because I haven't done my concealer yet, but I'll tell you why in a second. So I have absolutely been obsessed with this blusher lately, and for me, a cream blusher as well. I haven't used cream blushers in a long time. This is the Benefit Majorette blusher. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it there. And it's a gorgeous, really like peachy, healthy color. And I just think it looks so pretty on the face. So using the same brush that I blended in my bronzer with, I just dip a little bit in there and I just plop it right there on my cheeks and kind of drag it backwards a little bit. It blends in 2 seconds and it just gives a little healthy glow to the face. Again, this lighting is very, very harsh, so it will look more pigmented in real life, but you can see there kind of how it just warms up the face and adds a really kind of pretty, like youthful glow. And sometimes I'll go back in and just stipple a little bit more onto the apples there. Can you see better now? Yeah, you can kind of see a little bit of the pigment better now. I'll leave it at that brightness. So yeah, I think that looks super pretty. The reason I haven't done my concealer yet is because if you can see, sometimes when I'm stippling on that blusher, it goes up quite high. So then when I put my concealer on, it actually corrects that. So it works like that. Next is concealer, and I'm back into loving, oh my god, look how gross the top is. I'm so sorry. I'm back into loving my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Oh, this is the love of my life. Moved on to so many other concealers, and I just always go back to this one. It just loves my skin. I love it. It's just perfect. So I'm applying that under the eye, right into the nose here and down to the side of the nose. And you'll see it tidies up that blusher. And then I put a little bit on my lid. And I'm using the other side of that duo brush. What do you call these? Double-ended brushes? I don't know. So I'm using the other side. It's got like a concealer brush on. And that way it's kind of minimal tools when I'm getting ready. And that's it. Do the same to the other eye. Just go right into the nose, under the eye, and back down. And then what I do sometimes, because this is really how I really do my makeup, I'll just take off any excess of the blusher on the back of my hand, and then I'll go back over the top with the other end of that IT Cosmetics brush and just stipple in that concealer. And that way I'm blending it back into the blusher as well. Yes. And if I need to go back in with the blusher, I do if I've taken too much away. Which I think I did a little bit there. I haven't been really consistent with what powder I'm using lately. I was using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, but I ran out. I actually used up the whole thing. I can't believe it. And then after that, I've just been switching up between the RCMA no color powder, or I have a Clinique translucent powder as well that I use. It's just whatever's nearest to me in the morning. So I would just dump a little bit of this out on like my desk or on a palette. Yes, sometimes I put powder on my desk. It's so bad. And then I will grab the Real Techniques setting brush. I love this brush. I think it's one of my most used favorite brushes for such a like affordable priced one. And I will just, first of all, just make sure that I've no creasing in that concealer, because usually I would set it straight away so I don't get creasing. But obviously I'm talking to you guys, so it's a little bit more delayed. So I just stamp the powder all over my lid to set everything there. And then underneath the eye. I kind of like to set in between my eyebrows because I just get a little bit oily there, down my nose and on the sides of my nose. And then just kind of my upper lip. Sometimes I would just use the last excess of the powder on a big fluffy brush and kind of just run that lightly over the rest of my face, but it's never like really setting the face, it's just a tiny bit. This is one of my favorite powder brushes ever, probably my favorite powder brush ever, not one of them. It is the Heavenly Luxe Wand Ball Powder Brush by IT Cosmetics number 8 brush. This is the best powder brush in all the land. Whether I set my foundation or not also depends on what foundation I'm using. I have like 4 foundations I switch up between a lot lately, so I'll probably do a video on those to tell you why I use each one and for what, so keep an eye out for that one. So next I'll pop on some highlighter, and lately I've actually kind of toned down my highlighting. I know, I love highlighting, I'm a highlighting junkie, but I just think on an everyday basis, if we're really talking about my everyday makeup look, I don't go too wild. So I don't use any of my real metallic kind of highlighters like the Becca ones or my sleek one. They're more for when I'm going out or doing a dramatic look. But I really like this one for daytime. It is the Tarte Exposed Highlight Amazonian Clay Highlighter. So this is it. It's just a really nice kind of subtle champagne-y gold. It gives off a really nice sheen on the face, but it blends out very seamlessly. It doesn't look too metallic or stripy. So I just really like it. And I always use the Sigma Tapered Highlighter Brush F35. This is one of my favorite highlighting brushes. I absolutely love it. So I just grab some product here. And I kind of work it into a C shape. Yeah, so you still get a really nice glow to the face, but it's just not as metallic as some of the ones I've used before. I'll also go over that with my powder brush, just to make sure it's nice and blended. I don't want it to look stripy. I will often just grab another little bit on the brush and pop it in the center of my nose. And then on my top lip. And then if I'm feeling fancy, I'll take some on a brush and put it in the corner of my eyes or just on my pinky finger. It's just a bit hard with my acrylics at the moment to highlight my inner corner. Yeah, and that just gives kind of a nice inner corner highlight. So now I'm going to go on to brows. Lately I have been using, I'm just going to put on some lip balm actually because my lips are so dry. I'm obsessed with these Clinique, what are they called? Clinique Sweet Pots. They have a double side, so one side is a sugar scrub for the lips that's edible and the other side is a balm. I have 4 shades of this and I think there's one on the back of my bed, one in my handbag, one on my desk, one on my living room table, like the coffee table. I use them non-stop all day. People have commented on it, like my friends going, you always have one of those like in your hand. So yeah, if that's not obsessed, I don't really know what is. So this one is just like a deep purple color, but you'll see here, it's only got a sheer tint. Love, love, love. My brows are tinted at the moment, so if I'm just running errands, sometimes I'll leave them like this. But if I'm doing an actual makeup look, I will put some pomade in them, whatever. I keep losing like the words for things, oh my god. So I'm back to using the Anastasia Dipbrow pomade in the shade Taupe. Really, really liking this again. The only problem is that every time I use it, it's dry. So I have to pop in some of the Inglot Duraline. But I do have it here kind of in my makeup bag all the time. I just do this. Pop in 1 drop. And then it is nice and moist again, whatever word you want to use. And then I just grab an angled brush. I have quite a few I use, but this one is the Sigma Angled Brow E75. And I just kind of smush that oil in around. And then I have product for my brows. I'll try and show you me doing my brows now, but it's going to make the video really long, but hey, long videos are good. So the actual technique I use is the same as in my last brow routine, it's just the product is different. So if you don't really understand what I'm doing, it's explained in there. I'll link it in the corner for you or in the description box. I'll probably do an updated brow routine soon anyway, so stay tuned. I'm not overly precise with my brows on a daily basis. Again, I'm just beefing them out, but I don't want them to be carved. I don't want them to be like super, like, what's the word? Sharp? Yeah. I've just been keeping them nice and thick and soft. That's really all I do. That's the height of it now. There is either construction or a scooter outside of my home right now, and I'm not impressed. They're gone. I just had to change the battery in my camera and I dropped the battery on my big toe and it's so sore. I'm such a klutz. That's the brows done, and now I'm just going to set them with Benefit GimMe Brow. This is if I'm feeling fancy again. If I'm just running errands, I'll just use GimMe Brow. If I'm being lazy, I'll just use the pomade if it's like a makeup look. This varies day to day, depending on Michelle's level of laziness, I guess. Okay, so for eyeshadow on a daily basis, I don't use a lot. Again, I'm not going for like a running errands look today. I'm doing my makeup as if I was actually going somewhere. I wanted my makeup to look nice, but it's still not glam. It's still not like Instagram makeup. So on a daily basis, I sometimes put some bronzer into my crease. This is the Tarte Park Ave Prince bronzer. I've been doing this for years and it really works for me. Or else I've been using, oh, I picked up the wrong palette, wait. Oh, I nearly fell off my chair. I think I'm actually going crazy. Yeah, so I'll either use the Tarte Park Ave Prince or I'll use the Stila Eyes Are the Window Shadow Palette in the shade Spirit. This is the Balm, and I'll usually just use like this in the crease for definition, maybe one of these shades on the lid. I think I've used them before in like a Gigi Hadid tutorial. I just absolutely love them. It kind of depends on the day, how I'm feeling. I think right now, yeah, I might as well just use it. I'll use this shade here. I'll show you. It gives a lovely contour. Top is all over the place. It gives a lovely contour to the eye, so it adds shape and definition, but nobody would even know you're wearing eyeshadow. So I'm going to go in with one of my favorite blending brushes. This is the Tapered Blending E40 brush from Sigma. I'm going to dunk into this shade here, and then I'm just going to apply it very high up on my eye because I have a very low crease, but this is actually my socket here, so that's where I want the definition. Hooded-eyed girls, holla. So I apply this just straight in there, very messily. You can see it gives elongation and definition to the eye, but you're not really wearing eyeshadow. It's a lie. So I'll do this for a little bit, just kind of go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Wing it out at the end, pull it back in, nothing crazy, nothing crazy. And then if I'm feeling, like I said, feeling fancy, I'll go back in with a brush like the Zoeva 227 Soft Definer, which is kind of like fluffy, but it's still a little bit flattened, and just grab a bit of product and make it more pronounced into that actual crease. So just below my socket line, kind of above my crease. Like I said, I've got a bit of a weird crease. And I'm also going to just drag that across the lid today. This is usually how I go about my eye makeup. As I'm doing it, I just go with how I feel. And I think if I just put this across the lid today, it gives me some definition. So simple. A while ago, I was starting to feel really under pressure by all of the amazing makeup artists on Instagram because they're all so talented and they just create the most elaborate, beautiful looks. Even when I was sitting down to do my makeup in the morning for my like real everyday life, not my makeup life, I was feeling like I had to do something complicated with my makeup to kind of live up to the YouTube name, I guess. But lately I've just been really like trying to get back to just being myself. I've never really been into elaborate makeup, and even though I absolutely love and respect and admire all of the girls and guys on YouTube who do it, I think it's important that I stay true to myself. So even though I will still be doing lots of makeup looks on my channel, they're never going to be those elaborate kind of looks. I've never really done them anyway, but it's just not what you're going to see from me because it's not the way I wear my makeup. I go for a more wearable version of a smoky eye, a more wearable version of that kind of full look. So yeah, I kind of went on a ramble there, but on an everyday basis, this is what I do. It's okay to just be wearing one eyeshadow color basically. It's okay. It's okay. When it comes to eyeliner, I still don't do anything too fussy, but I've loved using the Bronze Clay Pot Amazonian Clay Waterproof Liner by Tarte lately. It's like a gel liner, but it's kind of like a bronze, almost shimmery kind of metallic color. You can't really see it too much, but yeah, it's a bronze kind of red undertone shade. And I like to take that on my waterline and a little bit on my lash line. I don't use it on my lower lash line, I use it on my tight line, yeah. And I'll use a kind of flat angled brush. This is the Zoeva 322 Brow Line brush. And I'll just take a little bit on the side and I will press that up into my tight line from inner corner to outer corner. So you can see there, it kind of thickens up my lash bed, lash line, lash something. So yeah, that kind of thickens up my lash line, makes my eyes look really nice and blue. And then I will do the same on the top. I'll kind of, it's going to be hard to do without being really close to the mirror. So if I mess this up, it's because I'm not really close to a mirror. I'm trying to show you guys what I'm doing. I just kind of stamp that along my lash line. And then I don't create a wing at the end. Like I wouldn't call this like a proper wing. It's kind of like a soft smudgy wing, just to elongate the eye. And then I will kind of go over that with a fluffy brush, because I don't want it to be defined. And that's it. You'll be getting no super crazy cat wings around here from Michelle during the day. No siree bob. I'd be there for, I'd say, about 20 hours trying to do it. Yeah, that's as good as it's going to get now for Michelle during the day. I think I would actually be sitting there for 4 hours if I was trying to do amazing winged liner. It's just, I would never get out the door. It would never happen for me. 5 hours later, I'd just be like, still here, 1 eternity later. I really like this Tarte eyeliner. They sent me a heap of, like, so many different shades of it with this bronze color. If you have blue eyes or like green eyes, any eyes really, but especially on blue eyes, it's gonna look fun as hell. When you're doing your makeup at home, like, I'm so quick with it, but when you're talking through it, hell, it can take forever. So that's that. And sometimes if I'm feeling like that wing is looking a little bit too harsh, I'll go back in with that eyeshadow and go over the top, because I don't want it to be a line that you can really see. I just want it to be something creating elongation and definition on my eye, but not like the standout piece of my eye. Once the eyeliner on the top sets, it usually doesn't go anywhere, but because it was wet there and I was moving my eyes a lot, it went down on the bottom. So I'm just using a cotton tip to clean up that lower lash line. I never ever really have problems with fake tanning my hands, but for some reason they look really dark today. I don't know why. I guess they match my face, but it just feels like really dark. Okay, so let's try and hurry this up a little bit, Michelle. I'm going to go in and curl my lashes. This is the Shu Uemura eyelash curlers. I never used to curl my lashes, but I don't know. Lately I've decided that it's something that I do. And then I go in with mascara. At the moment I'm really liking the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. I've been switching up between mascaras a lot lately. I was using I think it was a Shu Uemura one, a waterproof one recently. I just couldn't get it off at night, even when I used waterproof eye makeup remover stuff. So that was just too much hassle. Back to the non-waterproof ones. So I'm just putting this on my top lashes. I have my eyelashes tinted, so I kind of leave my bottom lashes bare. So on a daily basis, I usually just wear a lip liner and lip gloss over the top, or not lip gloss, a lip balm, like this Clinique one here. And I carry a lip liner and a lip balm in my handbag. But if I'm feeling fancy, I also have, If I'm feeling fancy, I also have quite a few nude lipsticks that I switch up between. At the moment, I'm loving MAC Dough, MAC Faux, and what's the other one? Very Victoria by Charlotte Tilbury. So I can do a video about my favourite nude lipsticks again if you want. I did one maybe a year ago, and I can talk about my new favourite ones if you want. But yeah, today I will do like the lip liner and lipstick and lip balm to show you. So I'm just going in with the, oh my god, this video is going on for so long. I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the shade Iconic Nude. I just kind of fill in my whole lip like that. I'm not overly precise. I will kind of overdraw slightly to make my lips look more even, but I don't really go Kylie Jenner on it or anything like that. So as you can see, that lip liner is really pigmented, so I could just wear a lip balm over the top. I'm obsessed with lip balm. But today I'm going to go in with a lipstick too. We'll use Dough. This is the new MAC Lip Tensity. So it's kind of like a brown nude. I really like it. These Lip Tensity lipsticks are really pigmented, and even though it's really pigmented and it stays on quite a bit, it is a satin finish, so it's not like a super chalky matte or anything. I really like them. Really like them. The shade Dough, honestly, amazing. And just because I'm obsessed with lip balm, I have to have some over the top. I hate if my lips feel like really dry in any way at all lately, because it's just so hot in Australia that it makes you feel like kind of, I don't know. So just using this Clinique put. Yeah, that's it. That is my makeup look. So that is my everyday makeup look, using all of the stuff that I really do keep in my handbag and in my makeup bag. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please leave comments below for any videos you'd like to see coming up soon, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new here. Welcome to the family. But yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you again really, really soon.